Sonic, these last, 2 years, just straight banging. Since 2022, just straight banging, bro. Ow, damn it, my elbow. That hurt. The franchise in of itself has been just on an uprise in terms of quality, in terms of excitement, in terms of fans. It's just been good, Not perfect, of course, not perfect, but good. A good steady incline, that's all we need. We've been looking forward to the next mainline Sonic game since Sonic Frontiers, right? Again, not perfect by any means, but I can adore and appreciate what Sonic Frontiers was, which was genuine effort, was genuine heart. They tried to give us something more unique in terms of Sonic, and we got an open zone Sonic game with just with bosses, with combat, with genuine story and development in characters. They did a lot, In terms of the movies, they are appealing to a wider audience, what with younger audiences and things like that, and also making sure that they know that their audience is also going to be watching, which is us, the older fans that have grown up with the series, making sure that we get all the, proper references and that they're taking care of the characters, even if they are a little different from what we know them as. And that's cool, and that's dandy and all. Now, we're getting stuff like Sonic X Shadow Generations, which was one of the, best Sonic pieces of media that we've ever seen, ever, and that was awesome, that's great. So now we're waiting on the next major title. The closest thing that we have to a next major title is Sonic Racing Stars Transformed. Or Sonic Racing Transformed, right? That looks great. Played the beta. It's so much fun. I can't wait. The competition with Mario Kart is going to be absolutely insane, depending on how both parties actually, take care of their game here. We're probably going to see a lot of characters and stuff like that from each game coming in as DLC and stuff like that. Who knows, right? Looking forward to all of it. But the one major thing that was supposed to be a holdover in between all of that in terms of Sonic was supposed to be Sonic Rumble. As you know, it's been about a week or two since, or no, I think even longer now. Nah, it's been like 2 weeks since Sonic Rumble was supposed to be available worldwide. They gave us a release date ages ago that the official release date was supposed to be May of this year, right? Early May of 2025. Only 4 days beforehand to tell us, hey, sorry, that's not happening. Yeah, no, we're pulling the worldwide release. We're gonna hold that off for now. So, yeah, sorry about that. But we'll get back to you when we get back to you. When we're like, hold on. So, A, you're gonna cut us off right before the game is supposed to come out. But you're also not giving us a release date, some other date that we can mark our calendars for. We're just supposed to sit here twiddling our thumbs, never actually knowing when this game is supposed to come out. What the hell? That's massively frustrating, because here's the thing, right? I played the open beta for Sonic Rumble as well. It was fun. It was a good time. It was never meant to be this, major Sonic release thing that was supposed to be, the next big Sonic thing. No, it's supposed to be I think of it as something of a celebration title. It was a way for us to celebrate the franchise by having playable versions of these little chibi versions of all of the Sonic characters that we know and love. Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, Amy, Shadow, Rouge, Omega, Eggman, everybody else, Vector, all of them, And it was just supposed to be this small little cutesy thing where you would play with friends who, share the same love of Sonic, and, you just hop into this little mini competitive thing where you win stuff, get little cosmetics and things like that, just to have. It's just stupid fun, right? It was always that in my book, right? Which is why I was looking forward to it, especially because they were going to have a PC version, and that would have been a lot more, fun to play, and they were going to consistently update it with a bunch of new content, maps, just all these different challenges, who knows. So, I was always down for that, super down for that. But, to just not say what's up with the worldwide release and just completely ignore everybody that's like wondering like why is it that it got delayed and why we don't have any alternative release date or anything like that, while all of these other regions are getting all of these crazy updates with new maps, new cosmetics. They just got a new I from the last thing I remember, they just got like a new major thing with cosmetics for Sonic and the Black Knight, which is extremely raw. Okay, why do we not have anything? I don't know. I just think there was a strange decision to not at least tell us, you know, like, hey, you know, it's just simply not ready for worldwide release yet or anything like that. They just delayed it and just gave us nothing. That's just the most frustrating part about it, is just being kept in the dark, right? I am definitely growing by the year more and more fed up with games in general, right? Telling us that a game exists and then not hearing about it for months to years on end. It's too much. I am fully within the camp that as soon as you reveal a game, we need to have a release date and we need to have consistent updates on that throughout the entire time. We need to see marketing. We need to see just anything advertising this game to us until the day we have it, so that it's constantly in our minds and we have something to look forward to. And even for something like a mobile game, like Sonic Rumble, I think it's just as frustrating, especially because this is one of the few mobile games I'm like, you know what? I do want to invest my time in this. I do want to invest a little bit of, you know, effort and care into this because, you know, it's a celebration of one of my favorite franchises of all time, the franchise that I love to hell and back. I don't know. The way I say it, it sounds like some kind of a betrayal. If it's not ready, it's not ready. It is what it is. It's just a little annoying, is all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be extremely dramatic about it or anything like that. I just really do wish that we could have gotten a little more info as to why it got held back, and we could have gotten information as to when we could maybe expect to see it again. Because as of right now, all of these other regions have been playing for months already. They have it on their phones, right? We're waiting for the PC release to come out so that we can play it on there, but until, at the very least, everybody else is playing it, getting all these updates and cosmetics. We still have yet to get the first, like, actual season of the game. To even get the game, you know? Because to my understanding, you know, when it comes to mobile games, right? It's absurd this day and age how long and how much power it takes to get these games working. Because now we're at the point where they're taking just as long to develop these mobile games as it does for like AA, AAA titles. It should not be taking that long. And again, we played the beta. The beta worked perfectly fine. Again, though, I don't know. I've heard from like Fidel, who's based in Canada. He's been, you know, he'll pop in every now and again. And the game's a little buggy, you know, it's not perfect. They're consistently updating it, trying to get it to a point where it is at a playable state for, you know, the masses and stuff like that. But it's still not, I guess. But like, it's weird because they're doubling down, right? They have one hand where they're consistently giving like a bunch of different updates and cosmetics and maps and game modes and stuff like that. But on the other, they're also dropping, you know, these updates with, you know, all these hot fixes in mind, all these, you know, bugs and things like that they're trying to get rid of to make it so that it's in a perfect playable state before they release it to the world. But it's like, why were you doing these rollouts so early then? Because now it feels like everybody else has it but us, and we have to sit on the sidelines watching as people from other regions are getting all this stuff, and we just have to watch that, and we don't even know when we're going to get access to all of that stuff. They already have it because they're ages ahead of us. How long before we finally get... Are we going to be on, like, pre-season 7 before we get this game? we just have to deal with that? We just have nothing? I don't know. This is just definitely not the way I would have gone about it. You know, I wouldn't have started rolling it out to other regions until I knew it was in a perfect playable state and we could confidently put it out everywhere. Like, why is it that we don't... I don't know. Maybe I'm just greedy. That's what it is. I'm just frustrated. Living in the US is... just the worst. It's just the worst, man. Oh, jeez. So, I don't know. It's just a little food for thought that I had there. I was just thinking about Sonic Rumble the other day. And, you know, I wanted to talk about this topic before it became too irrelevant or before the game came out, because who knows when that next release date is. It could be in another month from now, but I highly doubt that they would want to put Sonic Rumble anywhere near the release of the Switch 2, because we're going to be just feasting on that for the entire 2 months. We're going to be, all of June, it's going to be Mario Kart 8, and then all of July, it's going to be Donkey Kong Bonanza. Like, it's just, and then possibly after that, it's going to be Metroid, and then who knows, Legends, yay, I don't know. But I imagine they wouldn't want anything to, they would want to do it during a quiet time period, so that when we do get our hands on it, we could actually focus on the game. But again, it's supposed to be like a stupid little thing where, oh, you're out of the house or something like that, you have your phone on you, you could pull up your account and start playing a couple rounds, get a little bit of cosmetics here and there, and just, you know, turn it off and just whatever, like a little brainless thing. Who knows when we'll see it, who knows why they delayed it, but we don't have it, and that kind of sucks right now, especially because we don't even know the release date for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, so we got nothing right now, and that's really frustrating. But I don't know, maybe sometime soon they'll give us some more information as to when we can expect these games, and maybe, hopefully, sooner rather than later, we can get a reasonable release date for Sonic Rumble. But who knows? I'm not gonna hold my breath after this one. But with that being said, I'm passing the mic over to you guys, and I want you guys to tell me everything that you're thinking in the comment section below. Do you agree that it's kind of strange that we haven't gotten any information as to why the game got delayed, and that it's a little frustrating to see that other regions have been playing it for ages and we just have nothing, and so we should be a little more, you know, a little antsy about the release? Or you don't care, this game is just completely out of your mind, you don't give a goddamn about this game, it could die for all you care. You weren't really going to play it anyway. Tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I'm always going to be down there with you guys. But with that, yes sir, it does appear to be skedaddle o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and do just so. I'd like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this here. And with that, I'm gone. So thanks again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor of taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time.